Hey guys, Phoenix here and welcome to another review. Today is another Sanshee review and it's actually the Fredbear Plush. It's the new design. They made two new Fredbear Plush designs and I've got one of them here today, which is like the non-possessed one. And here he is. So they actually made these guys because there was still the demand there for the old Fredbear plushes, but they were like a limited edition run back when they first released the original wave of plushes. But obviously, like I said, they were limited editions, so they didn't want to bring them back, you know, for the sake of it. So they made two new designs, gave them some props. Obviously, I'll put the other one on screen here so you can see, which I didn't get because I do prefer this one. But yeah, the left one is the one that we're obviously going to be reviewing today. And yeah, I'm just going to say I really like this plush, and I actually saw a lot of and not really controversy, but like mixed opinions about this plush when it first got revealed. I really don't understand it. Like I think this plush looks really good. I love the open mouth, I love like the proportions, I love the prop, which is magnetic by the way. Magnetic microphone, which we'll get into that. Yeah, so I saw some mixed opinions. People saying like the eyes were a little bit too close together and like the eyebrows, and like they didn't know. I think the open mouth was like took some people by surprise because you don't really see that on plushes, especially FNaF plushes in particular. But yeah, I just really like it, so we're gonna go through it and we'll talk a bit more about that stuff in a bit. But yeah, so with the face, I think I was lucky because I got a really nice, like the proportions I think look quite good on him. With the cheeks and the way the ears are and the way everything, just the way everything is, because obviously when you pre-order something on a website you can get like unlucky sometimes with the way that they look, because you don't know the specific one you're ordering. If you order something off like eBay, like a plush, then you know what they're going to look like, whereas this is just complete, like you've only got the stock image to look at. You don't get to see the specific one that you're going to get. And I've seen some posts on Instagram of people getting this guy, and I think they look decent. Like some of the proportions just look a little bit off, but this one might be the best one I've seen apart from the stock image of this, which I'll put that here as well. Yeah, I think that one looks really good, but again, I'm happy with this one. So yeah, so like I said, he's got his magnetic microphone, which I think is such a good addition to plushes. Obviously Hex have really sort of capitalized on that, but like the Glamrock Freddy Sanshee plush that they did, which I also did a review on, he has got a microphone, but it's not magnetic, like it's stuck on. And I do think that's a missed opportunity. Obviously this one has a lot more detail, like with the eyes and everything. So I guess they wanted to decrease the price because obviously magnets are going to up the price a little bit. Again, as seen by Hex. But if you want to see my review on that guy, it's on my channel. A card will probably come up in the corner. But yeah, so he looks perfectly fine without the microphone. He also looks fine with it. Because this is meant to be like the Fredbear, like animatronic, the one on stage, you know, the normal looking Fredbear. Whereas the original design, which everyone wants and is really rare, like I said, is called Possessed Fredbear. I don't know if it's meant to be the Fredbear Plush from FNaF 4 and this location custom night, or if it's just meant to be just a more creepy Fredbear. But like I said, they redid that version as well with a little magnetic walkie-talkie. This one comes with the microphone, the other one comes with the walkie-talkie, so it's a bit more of a difference. But I do prefer this one, which is why I got it. And yeah, so I just think the proportions on this one look really good, and just in general. I like the open mouth. I think it goes really well. I think they did it well. I probably prefer the teeth. Let me focus it. I'd probably prefer the teeth a little bit longer, because obviously the kind of classic animatronics and like the wizards, they do have like a more longer teeth instead of like these circle ones. And he's got like a tongue, or I don't know if it's just the inside of his mouth, but I just think that looks really nice, and I like that they decided to do that instead of doing like the original Golden Freddy or Fredbear. And you can see the comparison here, by the way. Obviously the original Fredbear plush is literally just this, as we all know, with the different colour props, and I've just got to say it, I do think I prefer the left one. It's just got so much more personality. I think that's one thing that you can't deny about it. Obviously you can have your gripes, like they chose a certain fur material on this that looks a lot more, I don't even know the words, but it's a bit more variety, it's a bit more fluffy, whereas this is very sort of like a thinner fabric. There's not that much variety in its colour, whereas this is kind of all over the place with the fuzziness. It's a bit more thicker, and that's really up to personal preference whether you prefer that or like that in the plush. But yeah, don't blame me whether you prefer the new one or the old one. I think they both look really good. I think they both have nice styles. But yeah, he's got his top hat at the top. It is more of like a pinky purple, like a pink than an actual like purple. I do think maybe those could have been a little bit of a darker, or like I say, more of a purple color, because looking at it now, it looks a little bit more pink to me. So yeah, maybe that's one nitpick. But this has just got the one sort of thin bit for the top hat. Unlike the Funko plushies, I'll just get Golden Freddy. As you can see, obviously they did 2 bits, and everyone knows that if you have one of the original sort of plushies, whether it be Freddy, Toy Freddy, Shadow Freddy or Golden Freddy, of the original Funko plushies, this can start to happen, unfortunately. So it looks like Sanshee is aware of that, or is just, you know, hasn't gone with that design and is just gone with one. So that shouldn't happen, unless there is 2 little slits in there and I can't tell. Anyway, yeah, so his top hat's up there. You've got his little bow tie here, which is quite a nice little design. You can see like the creases in the middle to emphasize the you know, the bow tie. And I really like his little buttons, like they are actual buttons of a different material, and they're not just sewn in, which I wouldn't have minded either, like embroidered, but I do kind of prefer this because you get the little reflection. And I like that. I think it looks good. And his actual body type, he is very chunky. I love that. The Sanshee plushies have always been kind of quite thick and chunky, which I really like about them. And yeah, he's just that all around. Obviously he's got his primary and secondary colour that just follows the same formula of kind of all the FNaF plushies, with the feet and the hands. And yeah, honestly that's basically it for the actual plush itself. Obviously we'll move on to the tags in a minute. But because he's one of the kind of classic animatronics, he hasn't got loads going on in his design. Just quite nice, just not a lot to talk about. Obviously he's got his freckles. I think Fredbear does have freckles. Obviously we don't really have a model of Fredbear apart from the one in UCN. Oh, and his eyes, yeah, that's one more thing. So a lot of people, like I said, talking about his eyes being too close together. I guess I can see that. I guess maybe if someone edited them slightly far apart, I could see that being better. I do think that's kind of a nitpick though. One other thing I'd say is obviously these are fully embroidered and are like the classic eyes. Like you can see they have kind of the same style as the original, you know, with it being this kind of material for the outside and then the embroidery in the middle. But one thing I will say is that I wish the kind of light part for like the reflection or the light coming in, you know, the little white circles were a little bit further up instead of being on the side. Again, kind of a nitpick. And I kind of like these eyebrows being embroidered in. I don't really mind. Obviously the original went with a more like the fabric sticking up, and you can kind of, you know, but one problem with this is they can kind of go in all different positions, like, and some of them would stick like that. So some of them, they were meant to kind of be like this, like looking up, but you can see like mine goes kind of down a little bit, and some were like stuck in like different positions, and that was something a lot of people complained about. So I guess I don't mind the embroidery to kind of combat that. Just has like a slightly weird shape on top of that for some reason. And also about his material, he's so fluffy. He has like a really fuzzy, fluffy material, as you can see. As I compared with Golden Freddy, it's kind of up to you which you prefer with that. But that is the plush. So we'll move on to the tags. The tush tag is just Five Nights at Freddy's, which is the official logo, which the original don't have because that logo wasn't made at the time that those plushes were made. 2024 Scott Cawthon, Sanshee, Collect Joy. And if we detach this, it's got like a little rope to attach it with. Number 9, Fredbear, Collector's Plush. This is the same as the other Sanshee tags, with Freddy and Chica on the front. And there's a collector's card inside, so you can pull here, so we'll do that. Pull that apart. If you look inside, you get the little Fredbear card. It says, Fredbear, spring-locked bear. There's nothing Fredbear loves more than entertaining kids, and he'll prove it. Just come a little closer, he won't bite. First time reading that, obviously referencing the bite. He likes singing parties and he dislikes crying children. Again, all little references to, you know, and this art here I think you can get as a pin of Fredbear. I think all the recent plushes that Sanshee have made, you can get the plush and you can also get a little pin that comes with it with this little art. And yeah, it's just a cool little collector's card. That's what the other side looks like, and it comes inside this, so you can just keep them together. But yeah, that's basically everything. So to sum up, I do love this plush. I think it looks really good. I think I got lucky because I have seen some kind of messed up with the proportions a little bit, and I do prefer this Fredbear plush to the other Fredbear plush with the walkie-talkie, but again, that's personal preference. And yeah, that is it. So again, Sanshee, I'm really happy with that. They obviously got their license back a few years ago, started making more plushes, and some people have noticed that at PAX, which I wish I could have gone to, by the way, PAX looks really cool this year, but at PAX they were selling plush trap and spring trap plush pins, which, like I said, they've been making the pins alongside the plushes. So I don't know if that's a little teaser for the fact that they might be making a Springtrap and Plushtrap plush. So we'll see. And if they do, maybe I'll get, I don't know, we'll see if I'll get like the Springtrap one and I'll review it. I'll let you know on my Instagram if I do. But as of right now, they haven't been revealed or confirmed, so we'll just see what happens with that. But yeah, So thank you so much for watching. I've got many more reviews on my channels of U2's plushies, Funko plushies, Sanshee plushies, all FNaF stuff and some other stuff as well. So if you want to go and watch that, then you're more than welcome. And I'll see you in the next video.